Welcome to another edition of Tech Tuesday. You might currently be using Canva in order to make presentations. It's a great presentation tool. I like it in a lot of ways better than Google Slides if I'm just presenting something to students because it has some more options. The image integration is a little bit easier. There's some eye-catching designs. Canva in the last couple of years has actually made some pretty great strides in using artificial intelligence, AI, technology in order to generate images, in order to generate layouts, and even to actually create videos automatically. And we're going to be taking a look at these things over the next couple of weeks. Let's start off by talking a little bit about the magic design element of Canva, where you can just type in a prompt and get a pretty quick design that you can very easily work off of instead of spending a lot of time creating that from scratch. Magic Design is actually enabled by default. So I'm going to go ahead and type in a presentation about the Battle of Gettysburg. And when I type that in, this will generate a few presentation ideas for me. I have to wait maybe like 30 seconds or so, which is not that much time when you really think about it. It's generating it from scratch. And then I take a look and I can see all of my designs here. I'm going to flip through these, see which ones are aesthetically pleasing. I'm going to go ahead and apply all 7 pages. Each of these has different bits of information on it. Obviously, this is just a starting point. You're going to want to go through and double check these, and you're going to want to add to this as well. Like if I take a look at this slide right here, my 6th slide, if I actually click on this, I'll see leadership impact. When I zoom in on this, it seems like 2 people who are at coffee, which doesn't really work. But you can see the general idea here. So I'll go ahead, replace this with a picture of Robert E. Lee, drag that there, and I can resize this. What's really cool about this too, though, is that if I actually reload this and I go to the layout after I've put all those in there, I could actually see a couple of different layouts that automatically adjust whenever I add something in. So I'll see, for example, this right here. If I click on this, it'll say, here's some different ways to present this. You've got 3 pictures, 3 bits of information that you're presenting. And so maybe I'll click on this because this kind of suits what I'm doing a little bit better. The great thing about this too is that when I actually add new bits of information, the slide will adjust. Here's what I mean when I say that. Let's say that I'm going to go ahead, click on elements. I'm going to add a picture of Ulysses S. Grant. So we'll go ahead, type this in. Canva's nice because you don't have to leave the platform very often. I've got Ulysses S. Grant here. I'm going to drag this in, click on my design, and it shows, and actually I'm going to resize this real quick, but after I resize this even just a little bit, it'll show, oh, hey, like you added a new piece of information. I'm going to go ahead and just resize all of those pictures for you. Really just saves you a lot of time in terms of making your slides aesthetically pleasing or making sure that everything matches up. And so because of that, you have a little bit more time to actually put that information in. Same thing if I actually delete a little bit of information right here, it'll automatically adjust and it'll say, oh, you deleted some information. Let me resize everything else so that it's, all sort of equivalent to what's already in there. And I can resize this as I see fit. Just a little bit of a way to save some time so that you're doing more teaching and less designing. Thank you for watching this edition of Tech Tuesday. If you have any questions about Canva or would like to see any future topics covered, let me know.